Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, Richard Comiskey, bringing you all my first comparison video on my channel, and it is of this game, and this game right here, Sonic Adventure 2. So, yeah, I thought this was a good choice because, I don't know, a lot of people seem to argue over which one's better, and, you know, a lot of people are wanting a Sonic Adventure 3 too. So, you know, it's just, you know, I thought it'd be a nice start, because both of them I love, but for different reasons, of course. So I guess I'll talk about the plot for this game. So basically, there is this monster Chaos set on the loose, and what Dr. Eggman wants to do, or Robotnik, I think he's known in Japan, in this game, what he wants to do is he wants to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds to unleash perfect chaos. And put simply, all our six heroes have to team up together and stop perfect chaos from causing any mayhem. That's basically the plot. But the thing is, some of the characters, they don't even contribute to the plot. Like, you got Big the Cat, who just sits down and fishes, and I know a lot of people hate Big the Cat, myself included. And you can... when you actually play the game, you know, that's when you really realise how bad his gameplay is. Like, you know, you can hear about it and think, really? Fishing? But when you actually play it, it's just, ugh. You know, that's actually one of the reasons why I prefer SA2 over Sonic Adventure, but we'll get more into that game later on. But yeah, that's the plot out of the way. Fairly simple plot for me, so I don't think I need to go into detail anymore. So, next up, I think we'll talk about the gameplay, because, you know, that's what we're doing right now. So, as you see right here, this is Sonic I'm playing as right here, and it's in this game that we're introduced to the Ring Dash, or the Lightspeed Dash, whatever you want to call it. Pressing B towards a set of rings will let Sonic move at the supersonic speed across a trail of rings. You know, try and keep the pace up. Only problem is, it has to be charged. Let me demonstrate here. See right there? I had to wait like 3 seconds to activate it. It's a good addition to the Sonic series and would later on feature in loads of new Sonic games, but I just don't like how it has to be charged in this game, and, you know, Sonic Adventure 2 gets that right as well. But I should stop mentioning that, because obviously we're going to be reviewing that game in a minute. Or comparing, should I say. But yeah, Sonic can homing attack, once again. He can do the spin dash. What else can he... No comment. What else can he do? Oh yeah, that's right. You can do a quick, like, little flick like you saw right there to gain some instant speed. He has dash panels to help him get moving. I think that's really it, though, as far as... Oh yeah, and he has the light speed attack, which... see if I can show that off, actually. No! See, that's the thing with the charge. You know, it's just like, if you want to hit an enemy, because with the light speed attack, it's the same process with the light speed dash. You know, you have to charge the attack up, and if you're near an enemy, you know, you're open to attack. Ah, damn it! I killed it too early. Let's see, because I want to try and show off as much as I can with this game. So, because, you know, this video will only be like 50 minutes again. So, you know, it's gonna be like 7.5 minutes for each. But yeah, Sonic can bounce off springs, he can collect item capsules, you know, all the stuff in the classic Sonic games is still here as well. It's still here. What the... So you gotta charge it up right that, and as soon as I fully charge it, as typical, I had to... Right, we're not going to show that off, but basically, light speed attack is the same process as the light speed dash, but except you can hit enemies with it, of course. You move Sonic with the control stick, obviously considering judging if you're playing the GameCube version. A is to do the homing attack, B to do the light speed dash. You know, what am I saying? B to do light speed dash. What am I saying? For me, the controls work fine. But yeah, I can't say that for all the characters. You know, I will not be playing as all of them, by the way, especially Big, because his stages are just ridiculous. And if you want to see his gameplay, Well, if you want to hear about his gameplay, just look it up. I mean, like I've mentioned, it's ridiculous. All it is you fishing. In the Tails, as I'm playing right here, you basically have to beat Sonic to the goal ring. If you're not beating Sonic to the goal ring, you're trying to find the Chaos Emerald for him, or you're trying to beat Dr. Eggman to the goal. You know, these stages, they're really fun, actually. You know, I'm not a massive Tails fan, but I gotta say, I love Tails in this game. It's one of my favourite characters, actually. It's just a shame his stages are too short. They last about 1.5 minutes, and, you know, I'd say all of them, actually, do last around that length. And it's a shame. You know, I wouldn't have minded for them to actually extend on Sonic's original stages, just for Tails' design, you know, but they didn't do that. Knuckles, you're basically gliding around small confined spaces to find pieces of the Master Emerald. Therefore, his stages can actually be long, or short, depending on how good you are at treasure hunting skills. Who else is there? Omega? Omega stages are basically platform based, to where you're shooting loads of enemies and, you know, maneuvering through the stage kind of slowly. Although I find his stage is kind of short, but and fun as well, like Tails. Amy is probably one of the worst characters in the game. She's slow. She has a terrible hammer attack. No, she's basically just terrible all around. The only thing I like about her is a double jump. And then finally we have Big the Cat, who everyone considers to be the worst character in the game, and I'm with them. You know, fishing in a Sonic game, it's just not on. But I guess I'll talk about the graphics now, even though I'm not playing the game, but, you know, just to round this off, graphically, the game is definitely better than, for me, it's better than the original release for the Dreamcast. You know, for an early Dreamcast title, it's actually really impressive. Music remains one of my favourite soundtracks to this day, but Sonic Colors has finally taken the verge of that position. This theme you hear right here, Open Your Heart, is just absolutely fantastic, and the character themes are great to listen to as well. Overall, if you haven't played Sonic Adventure DX, I recommend you pick it up. It's only about £10 on Amazon right now, so if you've got a GameCube or a PC, I think it's actually more expensive on PC, because I think there are less releases, but, you know, it's roughly around £10, so have at it. But yeah, that about does it for the Sonic Adventure side, so let's pop in Sonic Adventure 2. Alright, so this is Sonic Adventure 2, you know, the follow-up from Sonic Adventure, and I guess we'll talk about the plot first, actually, because, you know, it's only fair, so I talked about first in Sonic Adventure's comparison. So, Sonic Adventure focuses on this mysterious black hedgehog, who debuts in this game, Shadow the Hedgehog, who is discovered by Dr. Eggman. And Dr. Eggman wants to use Shadow the Hedgehog's power to destroy the whole planet once again. But it's not just Shadow the Hedgehog that's in on this. It's a new character that also debuts in this game, Rouge the Bat. She's an agent that works for G-Wen, or Gun. And, yeah, that's basically the plot. Again, if you want more on the plot, you know, there is a lot more, like, about Gerald Robotnik's past, who's Dr. Robotnik's grandfather. You can look into that, but I don't like to go too into detail into the plot. It's basically Dr. Eggman taking advantage of Shadow and using him to take over the world. And it also tells you a lot about Shadow's past as well, which is pretty cool. But anyway, with the ever so simple plot out of the way, let's get into the gameplay. So, as you can see right here, I'm playing with Sonic once again. He controls rather similar to how he did in Sonic Adventure 1, except this time his lightspeed dash does not need to be charged. You know, whoa, what the heck? You can just approach a set of rings, tap the B button, and Sonic will go flying across the rings. That's how I like it. No stupid charges and all. Sonic can now grind on rails by just jumping on them and pressing the B button to get a bit of speed. Sonic still has the spin dash and the homing attack, but he does have new moves such as the somersault, which I'll show off now. There you go. That's a somersault for you. Not very spectacular, but you know, it's something. He also has the ancient light again, so yeah. And I'm not going to be bothering to show that off. Tails and Knuckles are completely different. Well, they're not. Knuckles isn't exactly different from last time, except the radar is different. So it's actually more difficult to find objects of the Master Emerald. Won't let me use my magic gloves. Tails is now in a mech. So if you don't know what a mech is, it's basically a robot, and he goes through stages in his like mech, destroying enemies, all that kind of stuff. And to be honest, I loved his gameplay style in Sonic Adventure. I don't see why they had to change it up to putting him in a mech. You know, I know he's all gadgets and everything, but it doesn't suit him in this game. And Rouge plays exactly the same to Knuckles. Dr. Eggman can play similarly to Tails, and Shadow plays exactly the same as Sonic. So I don't really need to go into detail there. So that's basically the gameplay. Let's talk about the graphics. Now, graphically speaking, it's definitely better than Sonic Adventure. I wouldn't be surprised there. But there are some cheap, you know, looking blocks. You know, there are some cheap details there and now and again, but it's mostly nicely done. And the voice acting is actually some of the best in the series, I think. Especially Shadow's voice actor. I can't recall his name at the moment. The music it's debatable. I like it. I like the soundtrack, but the only issue is it's basically 50% rock. And, you know, not a lot of people like rock, and that's why they dislike the soundtrack. You know, the main theme is Live and Learn, which is, without a doubt, one of the best Crush 40 songs the Sonic series has had. You know, you're all asking me probably now, is the soundtrack better than Sonic Adventure? No, it's not. It doesn't have as much variety. It's still good, it's still listenable, but it's not as good as Sonic Adventure. You know, like I said, it's basically 50% rock. You know, and not a lot of people want rock on all the time. You'd want to switch it up. You know, the opening theme, Cityscape, opening stage, Cityscape, has one of the best track level themes ever. You know, Mission Street actually is so dreamy. I could listen to that tune to send me to sleep. And Knuckles' stage his rap songs are actually really catchy. I'm going to admit that. But yeah, what do I think of Sonic Adventure 2? Or Sonic Adventure 2 Battle? For me, it's a step backwards from Sonic Adventure, because in Sonic Adventure, everyone had their unique gameplay styles, whereas in this game, you've got one half and the other half, which play exactly the same. And I don't really think that's that inventive, but it's still fun. But the soundtrack isn't that as good. And like I said, some of the graphics can be a bit cheap. But, again, if you haven't bought Sonic Adventure, I recommend you pick it up, because it's still fun to be had for this game. I'm still playing it today. And Jesus, I forgot to mention the emblem missions as well, which, you know, you can see I've got all A ranks on City Escape. But some of them are just ridiculous, and I don't even want to touch. You know, it's just... But if you're into that kind of thing, it does add replay value. But, yeah, that basically does it for this comparison video. So, if you all like the comparison video and want to see more of these, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and tell me what you think about Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. Do you think one's superior? Do you think one's weaker? Do you think they're both the same? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe as well, so you can get these videos uploaded daily. And I will upload the next comparison video as soon as I can. But anyway, that about does it for this comparison video. So I'll see you all next time. See you all.